boom, I've beat Minecraft quickly yet again. I wanted to turn this into a series, like every minute milestone that I get, I would turn into a video. It's like beating Minecraft in 12 minutes, beating Minecraft in 11 minutes would be this video, but I was just a few seconds off. I'm going to commentate on it anyway though, because it is a PB. First thing we're going to do a little mouse shake. This is summoning the buried treasure so that we get all of our iron and gold. I'm going to change my settings back to normal. And you'll also see that we're now basically in hyperspace. I've started using Quake Pro right after I find the buried treasure, just so I can see the ocean a bit better. I almost crafted a pressure plate there too. That's kind of just muscle memory. I'd normally use it to blow up TNT to get my wood. This time we gotta be like peasants and punch our trees down, but it's fine. My crafting, it's not the fastest I've ever crafted here, but it's pretty consistent, and I remember to craft a gold pickaxe. This is huge. I've forgotten to craft a gold pickaxe many times, but it's so useful when you're in the nether. You just insta-mine anything. I'm not sure what direction I should go. Thankfully, I go this direction because there's a magma ravine right here. We can enter the nether. It's only a minute in, so this is like pretty good pace here. Gonna stop by to grab our flint, and we should honestly be able to get like a 130 or maybe even a sub 130 nether entry. But this is the worst part of the run. If you're a professional speedrunner, look away, please. I'm just standing here. What am I doing? I'm actually like trying to see like how many blocks I have in my inventory. Because I could have built the portal back there if I had more blocks, but I didn't feel comfortable enough, so I just swim all the way over here and waste like 10 seconds, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, overall, it's still pretty good. It's like a 140 nether entry. Anything below or like close to 2 minutes is fine for what I'm shooting for, realistically. So we're in the nether. Gonna look for my bastion. I see that the entities are loading in. I think it's in this direction over here. It might be a bit far away, which is a bit unfortunate. Also, there's soul sand, which slows down things a bit. Oh, and I of course, I double check because I'm not entirely sure where it is. I need to stop doing that. That's slow. You also see me trying to jump on the edges of the soul sand right there. That's because, like, soul sand, it makes you slow, right? But if you're on the very edge of a block, your character doesn't actually get, like, the effects from the block. So if it's, like, a magma block that would normally burn you, if you're on the very edge, it won't burn you. Actually, I think it works with magma blocks. But with soul sand, it won't slow you down if you're on the very edge. It actually doesn't make sound either. So if you're trying to sneak up on somebody in Minecraft, as long as you're on the very edge of a block, you won't make a sound. So it's kind of cool. All we have to do at this point is navigate the nether. I could have gone down and to the left, which might have opened up, but I generally want to stay higher. That it typically has better terrain. I got a little lucky here. And I take some fall damage there because that was actually a pro strategy. When taking fall damage, you have a slight chance of getting a notch apple, actually. So that's why I did it. I don't ever make mistakes. But we've made it to the bastion. I recognize that this is one called housing, which is a really fast and consistent bastion. It's like the best type, and it's like there's no lava around, so everything's good. I'm gonna get all these dudes angry at me. We're gonna break the chest. Well, I can't speak. Which is exactly what we want. We got a ton of them chasing me. And the rest of this bastion routing is pretty standard. So let's talk about other things, shall we? I mean, you've probably seen this before. Today, I went to the dentist, which was kind of cool. I actually really like going to the dentist, contrary to popular belief. Maybe it's because I generally don't have a terrible experience and have to have cavities filled. I've had maybe 1 or 2 cavities filled in my life, but I like it. I like having the feeling of fluoride on my teeth. And speaking of fluoride, actually, I always say yes when they ask if I want like a fluoride protective layer on my teeth, because I don't know, I want to improve my teeth health, I guess. But today I asked what fluoride actually does, and I thought it was kind of interesting. It seems to do a lot of things, like building up your teeth health, I guess. But the more interesting thing I thought was people like generally have fluoride in their water, and across the US most states have fluoride in their water, but I live in Utah, which is one of the few places that doesn't have fluoride in their water, mainly for political reasons is what she was hinting at. But it seems to be like the move, especially when you're younger and you have fluoride in your water. Like, even though like it's in toothpaste and stuff, having fluoride in your system, like from drinking water, and having that go all throughout your body has an even better effect on your teeth. And so she said when people come into her office, she can tell who like grew up drinking like fluoride water. And I just thought that was super fascinating. But back to the speed run, we have finished the Bastion route. We're going to leave at under the 5-minute mark, which is pretty solid pace. This, I was going to say it could have been faster. Probably not a ton faster. I left on pretty low resources. I have like 16-ish pearls. I think there's some in my inventory. But now we just got to find the fortress. And I know that it's this direction. I think 16, 17 chunks. I've also gone back into Quake Pro so I can see things a little bit better. This is our third pearl. I'm thinking it should be around here. Boom! It's right here, and we're in a warped forest biome, which is great. There should be more mobs spawning. I did kind of forget to turn my render distance down low for spawns, so I don't know how detrimental that was. I did turn it down in a second, and we almost die here. I don't know how I didn't get hit by that wither skeleton. I mean, we're very professional here. I've never gotten hit by wither skeleton ever. You'll also see all 3 of those blaze rods drop rods. It's a 50% chance. So we're going crazy with the rates. We have 3 out of our 6. Kill this guy. Unfortunately, not one. I gotta keep myself safe though. I thought that wither skeleton was just gonna roll me. I think I kill this guy and get a rod. Nope, never mind. So we still need 3 more rods. This is great pace though. We have 5. Oh, we have 5 rods. Sorry. At the 6-minute mark. So I'm thinking if I kill this guy and he drops, I'm out. Oh my gosh. I'm just out. I'm trying to figure out where I need to go though, because this isn't a great place to leave the nether. So I'm thinking I should pearl up onto this ledge. That way I'll be higher elevation. So when I leave the nether, I'll be on the surface and I don't have to do a whole bunch of digging up. I could have actually gone to like a better coordinates. I could have traveled more this direction, I think. But I just want to leave really quickly because this is like a good blind time. 6:30, leaving the nether with everything. All we got to do now is measure our eyes. Unfortunately, this goes straight into the trees. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't think I'm going to be able to measure this properly. Whoops, I'm wasting time, still can't see it. And at some point I just say, you know what, screw it. We'll just throw another eye in a different spot and hope that all goes well. I should honestly get better at this. Sometimes it takes me a long time to line up the eye properly, and I don't have the measurements on screen, but I think I measured this, and the stronghold is like 700 to 900 blocks away, which is not great. You generally want to shoot for like 500 or lower would be a good distance. No, actually, if I had 20 obsidian, things would be going a lot differently. But I don't, so we're just gonna have to yeet some pearls and go over there. So I'm just like you. I don't know exactly how far it is. We have some river though, which is nice. I think boating is faster than sprint jumping in most cases. I have some. Do I even have soul speeds with the soul sand? I don't know. I've actually been doing a ton of speedrunning lately, and I just feel like I haven't been getting results. Ooh, some cool movement there. Like sometimes I feel like I'm playing like a madman. My play is so good, but I don't get a good world, and then when I'm playing bad, I get a good world, and I just mess it up. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've just wasted so much time. I spent like 5 hours speedrunning, and I haven't got a single good run out of it. What am I doing with myself? But this run is pretty good. I killed this pig just because I want some extra food. I'm thinking maybe I can do a cool technique near the end called zero cycling, where we kill the dragon even faster than normal. I don't think we have enough wool for that, though, so maybe that's a time loss. Actually, no, the pork's probably good because I'm throwing pearls, and you take a couple hearts of damage with every single pearl throw. So I'm remeasuring here, and I think I see that the stronghold is another 400 blocks away-ish, something like that, which is kind of funny because this run could have been so much faster if I just gotten more lucky with the blind time, and it's like my PB. I had this one run the other day where I entered the stronghold in 8 minutes and like 9 seconds, which is my personal best for entering the stronghold. And that would have been like a really cool run to show off, but unfortunately, I couldn't find the portal room to finish the game. So, I don't know. What else have I been up to today? Because we got another minute or so of walking. Actually, what have you guys been up to today? I read comments. I don't read all the comments, but it's kind of interesting to hear what you guys are up to. I might go for a run today. Well, actually, I'll probably go for a run today, but I might try and run for 10 miles. I've only ran 10 miles once, and that was back in high school when I was like on the cross-country team. It was hard. I kind of want to do it, though, just to see if I can, if I can do something really hard, how good is my mental about doing hard things? I don't know. So if I do, maybe I'll update you in the next video. We're almost to the coordinates though. This next chunk I think is where we're gonna dig down. Water bucket, which is nice. I always forget to do that. Like if you have a lava bucket, it's not nearly as useful as water. So we found the coordinates. We're digging down at 9:20, which is, it's not great pace, but clearly it's enough to PB. I want to be entering the end at the 9-minute mark, honestly, which I feel like is doable. I feel like I'm good enough to do that. I feel like I just haven't had a run to showcase my skill enough. It feels like, I don't know, maybe I'm just bad. I'm doing this technique called preemptive to locate where the spawner room is, or the portal room, because it has a spawner in it. I'm thinking it's this direction. It's a massive cave though, which is kind of cool. You don't see this very often. So I can see a couple passageways. I see the library down there. So it's probably not in the direction of the library. Boom. I see the portal room, and we should be entering the end at 10:20 or something. So this is the fastest I've entered the end, which is kind of cool. How many? Do I make an extra eye? Yeah, I make an extra eye. So that's kind of a misplay. We're in a cage spawn. Kind of unfortunate, but it shouldn't really matter. If I was doing that cool technique called zero cycling, spawning inside the stone like that would have been detrimental. I still could have pulled something off, but it would have been so much harder. Maybe next time I get a PB, I'll do that cool zero cycle technique, because I really want to get a run like that, and I got taught it, and I want to prove that I can do it. Maybe not. So we're placing our end stone. It's 10:44. I think my personal best before this was 12 minutes and 50 seconds or something. So we have a full 2 minutes to PB, and the dragon, I think on average it takes like 1.5 to 2 minutes to perch. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me, but I see that it's turning in there, and I'm like, okay, why? I think it's perching, but I haven't thrown my pearl yet because I only have 1 pearl and I don't want to waste it. Doesn't look like it was perching though, so I just gotta hang out, I guess. Thankfully this isn't like a 6-minute end game or something ridiculous, but there is something that may or may not go wrong at the very end. We're still gonna PB though. I'm just spoiling too much. I'm struggling with things to talk about, man. We're just chilling in the end. What are you guys up to? Okay, here we go. So I see that it's perching. I saw the flip. I honestly should have pearled sooner, but here we have the one cycle. I have 5 beds. This should be plenty to kill the dragon. First bed, not a ton of damage. Second bed, pretty decent. Third, ton of damage. Fourth, not a ton. And then I goof up. I goof up the 5th bed. I don't know what I was doing, man. I don't know if it was nerves. I blew it up way too early. What the heck am I doing? We've still killed the dragon, though. We've technically killed it in the 11-minute time frame, but there's a couple things that went wrong in this run. It should have been an 11xx time. I don't know. I'm decently happy with it. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are having an epic, fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next commentary.